In a quaint town, nestled between rolling hills, there lived an elderly man named Harold. At 75, he had a presence that radiated warmth and vitality, defying the stereotypes often associated with aging. Harold was not one to fade into the background. Rather, he embraced life with an unquenchable spirit. His days were a tapestry woven with the threads of passion, purpose, and connection. Each morning, as the sun began to cast its golden light over the neighborhood, Harold laced up his well-worn sneakers and set out for his daily walk. The rhythmic sound of his footsteps echoed on the pavement, a steady beat that matched the pulse of the world awakening around him. He walked not just for exercise, but as a ritual of gratitude. With each step, he marveled at the beauty of the blooming flowers, the vibrant colors of the sky, and the laughter of children playing in the park. The simple act of walking became a celebration of life itself, reminding him that every moment was a gift. On weekends, Harold would swap his walking shoes for a bicycle. The wind tousled his silver hair as he cycled along the winding paths that meandered through the countryside. He felt a rush of freedom, the kind that made him feel young again. The hills became his playground, and the thrill of the ride filled him with joy. He often joined a group of fellow enthusiasts, men and women of all ages, who shared his love for cycling. Together, they explored new trails, exchanged stories, and forged friendships that transcended generations. Harold understood that staying active was not merely about physical health. It was about fostering connections and creating memories. But Harold was not just an athlete. He was also an avid learner. His thirst for knowledge was insatiable. Each afternoon, he would settle into his favorite armchair, a cup of herbal tea in hand, and immerse himself in a good book. The pages of history, science, and fiction opened new worlds for him, igniting his imagination and expanding his horizons. He also embraced technology, often surprising his grandchildren with his newfound skills. Whether it was learning to navigate social media or mastering video calls, he approached each challenge with enthusiasm. He believed that learning was a lifelong journey, one that kept his mind sharp and his spirit young. Harold's garden was another passion that flourished in his life. Tucked away behind his modest home, it was a sanctuary filled with vibrant flowers, fragrant herbs, and vegetables that he lovingly tended to. Gardening was more than a hobby. It was a form of meditation. He found solace in the rhythm of planting, pruning, and harvesting. Each seed he sowed was a testament to hope, a reminder that life continues to bloom even in the twilight years. As he nurtured his garden, he also nurtured his family. He often invited his children and grandchildren to help him, teaching them the importance of patience, care, and the joy of watching something grow. The garden became a gathering place, a backdrop for laughter, and the stories shared over home-cooked meals made from the fruits of their labor. Sharing stories was another cornerstone of Harold's life. He had a treasure trove of experience, each one a lesson wrapped in laughter or a poignant memory. Every Sunday, his family would gather around the dining table, and Harold would recount tales from his youth, adventures that spanned continents, encounters that shaped his character, and moments that defined his values. His grandchildren would listen wide-eyed, their imaginations ignited by the vivid imagery he painted with his words. Harold understood that storytelling was not just about entertainment. It was a way to pass down wisdom and instill a sense of belonging in the younger generation. He wanted them to know their roots, to understand that life was a tapestry of interconnected stories. In the quiet moments of solitude, Harold found clarity. He cherished the stillness that enveloped him, allowing him to reflect on his life, his choices, and the lessons he had learned. Each evening, he would sit on his porch, watching the sun dip below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink. It was in these moments that he felt most alive, connected to the universe and at peace with himself. He practiced mindfulness, savoring the taste of his tea, the sound of rustling leaves, and the gentle caress of the evening breeze. Harold understood that taking time for oneself was not selfish, but essential for nurturing the soul. Living for himself meant embracing good habits that enriched his life. He maintained a balanced diet, filled with the produce from his garden, and made a point to stay hydrated. He practiced yoga and meditation, finding strength in both his body and mind. Harold believed that aging was not a decline, but a transition, and he was determined to navigate it with grace and vigor. He often reminded his friends that it was never too late to start anew, to chase dreams, or to rekindle old passions. As the years passed, Harold became a beacon of inspiration in his community. People admired his zest for life, his unwavering commitment to health, and his ability to forge connections across generations. He organized community events, inviting neighbors to join him for walks, bike rides, or gardening days. He became a mentor to younger men, encouraging them to embrace their passions and live fully, regardless of age. Harold's life was a testament to the idea that aging does not mean fading away. It is a time of blossoming, of understanding the richness and depth that life offers. In the twilight of his years, Harold continued to embody vitality and joy. His laughter echoed through the halls of his home. His heart remained open to new experiences, and his spirit was a vibrant tapestry of love, learning, and connection. He had become a living example that life, no matter the age, is a journey worth celebrating, a beautiful adventure filled with endless possibilities.